Listen, everybody wants to be strong until they do what strong people do. Everybody wants greatness until it demands pain. You can talk all day about grinding, discipline, sacrifice, but when that storm hits, when your body starts screaming, when your mind tells you quit, that's when the truth comes out. That's when the real you shows up. And let me tell you, most people, they run from it. They hide. They call it bad luck. They call it unfair. They call it suffering. But me, I call it growth. I call it the forge that shapes who the hell you really are. You see, people think life is supposed to be comfortable. They think chasing their dreams should feel good. But that's the lie. Growth doesn't live in comfort. It doesn't come wrapped in soft blankets and warm smiles. It comes through the grind, through the pain, through the moments where you have nothing left but the voice inside you that says, keep going. When you're on that road alone, when your legs feel like concrete, when your lungs are burning and your mind is begging for mercy, that's where the change happens. That's the moment that separates the weak from the strong, the average from the unstoppable. Because suffering isn't your enemy, it's your greatest teacher. I remember the days when I was broken, overweight, lost. People looked at me and saw a failure. And they were right, I was a failure. But that pain, that shame, it was fuel. It was the fire that lit my soul. I realized that the only way to rebuild myself was to stop running from the suffering and start running into it. Every time life knocked me down, I got back up. Not because it felt good, but because quitting wasn't an option. You have to understand this, the mind is a battlefield. Every morning when you wake up, you're at war. The easy voice, the one that tells you to hit snooze, to skip the gym, to take it easy, that voice is the enemy. And if you keep listening to it, it will own you. But the other voice, the one buried deep inside, whispering that you're capable of more, that you're stronger than this, that's your soul talking. That's who you're meant to become. But you can't hear that voice until you suffer. You can't find that strength until you push yourself to the point where you break and then rebuild. People see the finished product. They see the medals, the achievements, the fame. But they don't see the hours in the dark. They don't see the pain, the loneliness, the tears. They don't see the miles run when nobody was watching. That's the real work. That's where the transformation happens. Everyone wants the glory, but nobody wants the grind. But that grind, that suffering, is what gives meaning to success. Let me be real with you. Most people never find out who they truly are because they avoid the struggle. They avoid discomfort. They live their whole lives playing it safe, protecting their ego, avoiding failure. But you can't become someone new while protecting who you've always been. If you want to evolve, you've got to destroy the old version of yourself. And that destruction, it's supposed to hurt. It's supposed to break you open. That's how you let the new version rise. You see, pain is not punishment, it's preparation. Life is testing you every single day, asking, how bad do you want it? And when you choose to face that pain head on, you send a message to yourself. I'm not here to survive. I'm here to grow. Every rep, every step, every breath in the middle of chaos is an opportunity to become someone the old you could never imagine. When you feel weak, when you feel like you've hit the wall, that's the door to greatness. But most people never open it. They quit right before the breakthrough. You have to push past that limit. That's where you'll find power you didn't know existed. Because the truth is, your body can go further. Your mind can endure more. Your spirit can rise higher. You just have to be willing to suffer for it. Don't run from pain. Chase it. Hunt it down. Make suffering your trading ground. Every challenge you face is a rep for your soul. You think muscles grow without resistance. You think character builds without struggle. No, growth demands friction. Diamonds are made under pressure, and so are you. Stop waiting for the right time. Stop waiting for motivation. Stop waiting for life to be easy. It's never going to be easy. Life doesn't care about your comfort zone. It cares about your strength. It cares about your mindset. It cares about your ability to rise again when the world knocks you flat. When you embrace suffering, you take control back from fear. You strip it of its power. Because the moment you decide that pain won't stop you, that it will only make you hungrier, you become unstoppable. That's when your life changes. That's when you stop surviving and start conquering. Let people call you crazy. Let them doubt you. Let them mock your grind. Because while they sleep, while they complain, while they make excuses, you're out there suffering with purpose. You're out there growing, evolving, becoming a weapon. Remember this, the path to greatness will never be easy, but that's why it's worth it. The pain you're feeling now, the exhaustion, the setbacks, the doubt, it's shaping you. It's refining you. It's giving you the tools to face anything life throws your way. Every time you keep moving when you want to quit, you build calluses on your soul. And those calluses, they make you bulletproof. You want to be free. Stop running from hard things. You want to be strong. Stop hiding from discomfort. You want to grow, embrace the suffering, because that's where the real power lies. That's where you meet the person you were born to be. You see, the problem isn't that life is hard. The problem is that people think it's supposed to be easy. Everyone wants to win, but nobody wants to bleed for it. Everyone talks about success, but nobody wants to feel the burn that comes with it. You can't build greatness in comfort. You can't become strong sitting on the couch, scrolling through your phone, telling yourself someday. The truth is, pain exposes who you really are. When everything is easy, you can fake it. You can look disciplined when things are going your way. You can look motivated when the results come quickly. But the moment life punches you in the mouth, that's when your real character shows up. That's when you find out if you're a warrior or a pretender. Most people quit because they're addicted to comfort. The moment it gets tough, they fold. But if you want to change your life, you've got to rewire your mind. You've got to train yourself to love the hard moments. To see pain not as punishment, but as opportunity. Because every time you endure, every time you push through when your body and mind are screaming to stop, you are forging something that cannot be broken. That's the difference between the strong and the weak. The weak look for an escape. The strong look for a challenge. The weak say, I can't take this anymore. The strong say, bring it on. Let's see what I'm made of. You have to start seeing suffering as your training ground. Every challenge, every heartbreak, every setback, it's all preparing you for something greater. Life isn't testing you to destroy you. It's testing you to reveal the strength that's been hiding inside you all along. When you wake up in the morning and you don't feel like doing it, that's the moment you earn it. When nobody's watching, when nobody's clapping for you, when it's just you and your thoughts, and your excuses start whispering in your ear, that's the moment that matters most. Because that's when discipline takes over. That's when greatness is built. People say, it's easy for you. No, it's never easy. It never will be. I don't wake up motivated every day. I wake up tired, sore, doubting myself, just like anyone else. The difference is I don't listen to the doubt. I don't negotiate with weakness. I execute because I know that every rep, every run, every painful step is one step closer to the person I'm supposed to become. You want to win. You've got to stop expecting it to feel good. Growth is supposed to hurt. Transformation isn't pretty. You don't evolve by staying the same. You evolve by breaking the old version of yourself over and over again until what remains is unshakable. You've got to stop waiting for motivation. Motivation is temporary. It fades the moment life hits back. Discipline, that's what stays. Discipline doesn't care how you feel. Discipline doesn't need permission. It doesn't need applause. It just does the work. Every single day, rain or shine, there's beauty in suffering because suffering strips away everything fake. It shows you what's real. It shows you who your real friends are, what your real values are, and how deep your commitment really runs. When you're broken, bleeding, exhausted, and you still choose to move forward, that's when you meet your true self. So many people run from that moment. They tap out right before the breakthrough. They let pain convince them that it's over. But pain isn't the signal to stop. It's the signal that you're close. It's the universe asking you, how bad do you really want this? And if your answer isn't strong enough, you'll quit. But if it is, you'll rise. You've got to build a relationship with discomfort. You've got to learn to smile when it hurts. Because that's when you know you're in the zone where growth happens. When your lungs are burning, your muscles are shaking, your mind is telling you to quit, but you keep going anyway. That's when your transformation begins. Pain is a teacher. It doesn't speak softly. It doesn't sugarcoat the lesson. But if you listen, it'll teach you more about yourself than comfort ever could. It'll show you that you're capable of far more than you ever imagined. And here's the truth. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's going to carry you up that mountain. It's you versus you. Your mind will try to sabotage you, tell you that you've done enough, that you deserve to rest. But that's the same voice that's kept you small your whole life. You've got to learn to shut that voice down. You've got to fight it with everything you've got. Every time you overcome that voice, you're building mental tolerances. You're building toughness that can't be faked. And over time, that toughness becomes your superpower. Because when everyone else breaks, you keep moving. When everyone else complains, you stay silent and execute. Stop expecting people to understand your grind. They won't. Stop waiting for validation. You don't need anyone's permission to go all in. Most people can't handle your kind of fire. They'll call you obsessed, crazy, intense. Let them, because those are the words weak people use to describe the strong. You've got to remind yourself daily. Pain is temporary, but quitting lasts forever. Every second you choose to suffer instead of giving up, you're separating yourself from the masses. You're entering the rare air where only the few can breathe. The few who stay hungry. The few who never settle. The few who understand that greatness has a price, and they're willing to pay it. Suffering doesn't mean something's wrong. It means you're in the game. It means you're fighting for something real. So don't run from it. Run into it. Embrace it. Let it mold you. Let it humble you. And let it turn you into someone unbreakable. Because when the world looks at you and says, how do you keep going? You'll look them in the eye and say, because I've been through hell and I built myself there. There comes a point in your journey where you stop asking, why me? and you start saying, try me, that's when everything shifts. That's when you stop being a victim of life and start being a student of pain. Every obstacle becomes a lesson. Every failure becomes a weapon. Every scar becomes proof that you refuse to bow down. You've got to get to a place where suffering isn't something that scares you, it's something you crave. Because you know that's where your next level lives. People who run from pain stay exactly where they are. They never evolve. They never find out what they're capable of. But the ones who lean into it, the ones who use it, they become unrecognizable. You've got to be willing to go into that darkness. You've got to walk into the fire knowing it's going to burn, because that's the only way to harden your soul. When life beats you down, when it strips away your comfort, it's not trying to destroy you. It's trying to build you into something stronger. You see, there's a version of you that exists that's on the other side of suffering, a version that doesn't flinch when life gets hard, a version that doesn't quit when things fall apart, a version that doesn't seek validation or comfort. That version of you is disciplined, dangerous, and free. But you'll never meet that person if you keep avoiding the grind. The world's full of people who talk about greatness, but talk is cheap. Words don't lift weights. Words don't run miles. Words don't push through pain. Execution does. Discipline does. Pain does. That's why I say embrace it. Don't pray for an easy life. Pray for the strength to endure a hard one. Because easy never made anyone extraordinary. When the alarm clock goes off and you're exhausted, that's your test. When the plan falls apart and nobody believes in you, that's your test. When everything you thought you had starts slipping away, that's your test. And the way you respond to those moments will define the rest of your life. Most people fail not because they're weak, but because they never built the habit of fighting when it hurts. They think they're doing enough. They think suffering is punishment. But the real ones, they understand something different. Pain is the price of admission to greatness. It's the toll you pay for the life you want. You want strength. It's on the other side of pain. You want peace. It's on the other side of chaos. You want confidence. Earn it in the trenches. Stop looking for shortcuts. Stop hoping for motivation. There's no secret formula. The work is the way. I've seen too many people quit because they thought suffering meant they were failing. No, suffering means you're growing. You don't build muscle without tearing the fibers. You don't build a strong mind without breaking through mental barriers. You don't build a powerful spirit without walking through darkness. That's how the process works. Every day you've got two choices. You can choose the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Discipline hurts for a moment. Regret lasts forever. And when you start to understand that, when you realize that pain is temporary, but pride is eternal, you become unstoppable. Let me tell you something. There's no finish line. You don't arrive. You don't wake up one day and say, I've made it. Because the moment you think you've made it, you stop growing. You start dying. The pursuit never ends. You've got to stay hungry. You've got to keep finding new mountains to climb. That's how warriors live. You have to learn to be comfortable in misery. You have to love the process more than the reward. Because the process, that's what transforms you. The reward fades. The medals collect dust. But the mindset, the discipline, the resilience you build, that stays forever. And I want you to hear this: suffering is a gift. It's life's way of showing you what you're made of. It's proof that you're alive, that you're still in the fight. If you're hurting right now, good. It means you're still pushing. It means you're not done yet. Don't run from it. Don't numb it, feel it, use it. Let it carve you into something greater. People always ask me, how do you stay so driven? How do you keep going when everything hurts? And I tell them, it's not about motivation. Motivation fades. It's about purpose. When your purpose is clear, when your mission means more to you than your comfort, you'll find a way to keep going. The pain won't break you, it'll build you. Every time you choose to suffer for something that matters, you're making a statement. You're saying, I'm not here to be average. I'm not here to blend in. I'm here to dominate. That's the mindset of a warrior. That's the spirit of a champion. You can't fake that kind of hunger. You earn it through every sleepless night, every setback, every ounce of pain you refuse to surrender to. When you start seeing suffering as the bridge, not the barrier, you step into your true potential. You stop existing and you start living. So here's the truth. Pain isn't going away. Struggle isn't going away. Life will never stop testing you. But that's the point, because if it did, you'd stop growing. You'd stop evolving. The only way to honor the struggle is to keep showing up day after day, no matter how you feel. You're not always going to be motivated. You're not always going to feel ready. But if you stay disciplined, if you stay relentless, you'll win battles most people never even fight. That's the power of embracing suffering. It doesn't make life easier. It makes you harder. It makes you sharper. It makes you unbreakable. So when life gets hard, and it will, don't say, why me? Say, let's go. Don't run from it. Walk straight into the storm. Smile at it. Because you know what's waiting on the other side. A version of you so strong, so focused, so resilient that nothing can stop you anymore. Suffering isn't the end, it's the beginning of greatness. Pain isn't your enemy, it's your greatest ally. And once you understand that, once you truly feel it, there's nothing in this world that can hold you back. Keep suffering, keep fighting, keep growing, because that's where you find out who you really are.